Hey y'all, Chuck here with No Time to Be Sad. Hey, I'm on my bicycle here in the middle of a temple about 20 kilometers from home in Isan in Nakhon Phanom on the Mekong River. Today I want to talk to you guys about my decisions and my future plans of living here in Thailand. สวัสดีครับ สบายดีไหมครับ ไทยวิดีโอครับ
ไปไหนครับ
ไปนครพนมครับ
ไปในเมือง
ขี่จักรยานไปกับนคร
มาคนเดียว
คนเดียวครับ
เก่งเนาะ
ไม่เก่ง
พูดไทยก็เก่ง
ได้นิดหน่อยครับ
ปีแล้วกับเมืองไทยกี่ปีแล้วครับ
3 ปีครับ3 ปีแล้วไปโรงเรียนภาษาไทยครับ
ฮะ
ไปโรงเรียนภาษาไทย
อ๋อไปเรียนโรงเรียนภาษาไทย
ใช่ครับอยู่ไทยแลนด์3 ปีแล้ว
ได้เมียหรือว่า
เมียอยู่ท่าพนมครับ
เมียอยู่ท่าพนม
ใช่
คนไทย
คนไทยครับ Sorry about that I got a lot to say anyway where was I at I moved to Thailand, as I was telling this fine gentleman right here 3 years ago. I've been married to Paige, my Thai wife, for 13 years now. We decided a few years back to move to Thailand, and here I am. I want to talk to you guys about some of the decisions that I made, some of my failures, some of my expectations, some of my thoughts on where I expect to be in the future. When I decided that I wanted to move to Thailand, I planned everything out. The hardest thing of the whole transition was getting rid of all my things. Getting rid of my tools, my cars, my toys, my home. That was a very difficult time in my life to get rid of those things. Once I did that, I was relieved. I felt a lot like a big load came off of my shoulders, but we didn't move to Thailand right away. We decided that we were going to make a loop around the United States up into Canada, come back around, and when we were done, when we felt like we were done, we were going to move to Thailand. We were going to start our adventure on the path of the unknown, if that makes sense. We kind of had an idea what we wanted to do on our trip around the United States, but didn't really have it planned 100%. So that was actually some of the best time in my entire life to just I really didn't have any responsibilities, other than the little being responsible driver and maintaining the truck and, stuff like that. One thing that I had another difficult time getting rid of was my expectations. When I hit the ground in Thailand, I had a camera in my hand, and 3 years later, I still have a camera close by. I wanted to video log my adventure, to look back and see how I transitioned in life. This was a test for me to succeed in life, instead of trying to succeed by somebody else's expectations. So everybody's working around here and I'm over here talking. So I wanted to be able to look back at these adventures and see the success and, remember the good times and, the reason why anybody keeps pictures or logs or anything like that, So สวัสดีครับ ไทยวิดีโอนะครับ ฝรั่งบ้า He thinks I'm talking to myself. But I look back at some of those travel trailer adventures and I can see, compared to the videos that I do now, my frustrations, and it was all because of my expectations. My expectations are just how I expect things to be from my own experiences, my own background, and where I come from. So I expect things, how I expect them. I can't explain it any more than that. So I noticed a lot of obstacles that I had along our way was due to the way I expected things to be, and they didn't turn out that way. And instead of trying to adapt and figure it out, I just blamed the problems on something other than my own. So that was very difficult to do. I'm not saying I've 100% lowered I have zero expectations, because I think that's impossible in life because we carry a lot of baggage up in our upstairs. So we kind of think things should be a certain way, but we have to be open-minded about things to be successful. So when I came to Thailand, we had a plan of some sort. My plan was not to buy a home. We knew that right off of the bat. Her family graciously invited us into their home to live, and I accepted. I didn't know what I was going to get into. I had no idea. I didn't move to Thailand without enough money to be able to be self-sufficient. It's not why I didn't move to Thailand with no money and trying to make money on YouTube. The YouTube thing was not anything I had planned on making any money at all, period, with. So when I got to her parents' house, I needed to do a few things to make my life comfortable and a feeling because of how I am and how I see things. I don't want to be a burden. I want to be a plus, not a negative. So I added some things into the kitchen because I like to cook. And first off, she said I could do anything I wanted to do in the house. And so we fixed up our bedroom. I put some weights. I fixed up the kitchen. We were going to put new air conditioning, new water heat. Her dad did all that stuff prior to us coming. He put all new air conditioners in each of the room and put all new hot water heaters in each of the room because they were outdated. So we did all those things. I've been living there for 3 years, and so far it's been pretty good. But here's the thing. I don't expect that we'll be living there forever. I don't really expect that I'll be doing anything forever. My expectation in my life right now is just to be happy. I talk to a lot of people. I'm only giving you this advice, not because I think I know everything. The day I think I know everything is the day it's going to be my last breath. And that's all I can do is think about only all the things that I know, and nothing else is going to come after that. I don't want to be the type that says this is factual, this blah, blah, because that's bullshit. There's no other way to say it. There's no facts, especially in Thailand. There's no way. So I don't want to come off like that. I'm just trying to give you some advice. So I've met a lot of people, and most of these people that I've met have left Thailand. They're not here anymore. Most of them. Most of them didn't come here to live. Most of them only come to holiday. A small portion of them came here to live. But I'll tell you, the most people that I have met, they only want to live in Thailand part-time. They want to live in their home country half the time. And I met a nice gentleman. He lives in Vietnam. He's an American, has a Vietnamese wife, lives in Vietnam, and travels to Thailand half of the year. That's what he wants to do. That's what makes him happy. So most of the people that I have met really don't want to live in Thailand, and most of them couldn't make it and they left. So I'm going to share with you, I talk to hundreds, I promise you, hundreds of people every day, whether they're sharing me their story, they're just leaving a comment, they're asking a question, or they're complaining about whatever the case is. I get a lot of information, a lot of feedback from people. And this is the main reason why I do this, because I'm a very curious person. I'm not the type where I've got to figure out everything, but I like to help people in a positive way. And right now I'm just trying to help people make a decision in their life that they don't need all this crap, and to simplify things. And to be successful in life is just to be happy. That's it. That's really all you need to do. What happens is a lot of these people, they have these, and I'm going to try not to drag this on too long, so just bear with me. I talk a lot, so I'm going to try to fit all this in as quick as I can. So these people, they have these expectations before they come to Thailand. They've done all the research too, and they've got an idea of how retirement is supposed to be. So they've made a couple trips to Thailand. They've decided that they want to own something. Whether they're married to a Thai or they're single, it doesn't really matter. The single ones, they want to buy a condo, and or the married ones, they want to build a home somewhere. I'll tell you this much about Thai women. Most of the Thai women, they want to build a home close to their family. At the end, with Thai people, it's all about family with them. So you'll find that most of the time they want to be close to the family. So if you're with a Thai person and you want to build a home, I strongly recommend that you make your home base close to the family. You can always have a small home base and rent anywhere in Thailand for super, like, very cheap. But these people, they come here and they want to plant roots. And that's one thing I don't understand. And this is why I think they fail, is they want to plant roots. Because that's what we do. We think, oh, we're gonna go retire. We need some stability. We're gonna be in this country. We need to have some kind of ownership. We need to feel a part of something. We need to feel important. We've got to buy a home. Well, you're living in a country, for one, where you're only a guest. Visa rules, things change, people change. You're living somewhere where you're not a citizen. So to permanently buy something is, you're setting yourself up for possible failure. So if your expectations are low and you're fluid and you're very flexible, then you could be invincible anywhere in the world. And this is how I feel I'm successful, is because I really don't care. I really don't care about the outcome, because I feel like I have enough confidence in myself that I could deal with whatever consequences and bounce back. I never said I wanted to live in Thailand forever. I said I hope I do. I love it here. But things change. They always change. Nothing is predictable. Life is not predictable. Well, I tell you what, life actually did give you some predictability. Life gave you chance at life, and life gave you death. So the inevitable is you're gonna die. So I've got 2 legs, 2 arms, a conscience, a brain, a way to make decisions and choices in my life. The more anchors that I have, then the less chance I have at succeeding, in my opinion. So I don't want to sit here and share a bunch of horror stories about the failures or successes with people. I'm only giving you my opinion and what I've seen and some of the outcomes. And I think to be successful in life, you've got to kind of go with the flow, because you could have every single thing in the world. I can give you a list of people that are the most rich people in the world that are dead today. It doesn't matter what you have, what you can achieve, what you can do, what people think of you, what you wear, what your home looks like. It doesn't matter. Only thing that matters is that you're happy today. You can live a positive life, and whatever the outcome is tomorrow is what it is. Just deal with it as it comes. If for some reason I have a falling out with, let's just say, my wife's family for whatever reason, there's no hard feelings. I don't have any ownership in anything. I could just pick up and move somewhere else. It's not that big of a deal. I could go anywhere I want to. If for some reason it doesn't work out in Thailand, I can pick up and I can leave anywhere. I didn't put all of my assets, all my money and everything in one basket. That's not a very smart thing to do. So you gotta not plant your roots down in your bank account either. So, but if I was to lose all of my money tomorrow, I'll figure out a way to go back home and fix it. I know a lot of people can't do this for whatever reasons, some serious reasons why you can't do this. You know, a lot of it is age. But I want to tell you that whatever choices that you've made in life, if you decide to anchor down somewhere and it doesn't work out, or you can't blame anybody but yourself. A lot of times these people, they get into these new relationships and they fall deeply in love with this beautiful Thai woman, and they come here and I'm going to share one story that I hear a lot. I told you I wasn't going to do it, but I am. They come here and they decide to build a home. Well, it's not exactly what the woman wants. She can't really communicate to the guy. She really wants to go live close to her village, but he wants to build this mansion because it's like very cheap to do in Thailand, right? But he wants to build it to his specs and whatever, right? So she's just going with the flow. She's just happy to find a guy who's going to take care of her the rest of her life, you know? But what happens in this process, maybe the girl figures out that, oh, you know, this guy's kind of a dick, you know? I don't know if I could actually handle this guy, you know? And there's a communication problem, and he gets frustrated, and it's very difficult. Living in Thailand is like, sometimes it's like living in a parallel universe. It's like trapped in the damn Twilight Zone. Whatever made sense to you before, whatever skills you have, knowledge, whatever you're bringing over here, forget it. It doesn't work here. So don't try to fight that crap. So a lot of times the woman can't really deal with the man in the end. And the man can't own the house, obviously, so you know what the outcome of that is. So that is a story that I've heard the most. So my suggestion is this: even if you're married to a Thai woman, you guys got to have some sense. You got to know that you got to test the waters. You can't just move into another country and just plant roots. Why don't you just travel around? Don't think about, oh, renting is a waste of money. That doesn't make sense here in Thailand. Travel around, move around, get around. If you're older and you hate to travel, you know, just try to find some area that is comfortable for you, because the thing about Thailand too is certain times a year is not good in certain areas. So if you're flexible and fluid, you could go from Chiang Mai, you could go down to Phuket, you can move to Isan, you can do all these things pretty easy at very little money, you know. And if you decide later on, maybe that place you stayed at last year wasn't good, you could try another one. You know, it's easy in Thailand, really, really easy. I feel weird talking, they don't know what the hell I'm saying anyway. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not trying to dictate how things should be in Thailand. I'm just letting you know, for me, why I didn't buy a home, why I didn't come here and plant roots, why I'm invincible in Thailand, because I don't really care. I share my life on YouTube because I want to help, and I want to look back at myself later on and see how I did. That's all. It's all about me right now. It's my life. At the end of the day, at the end of my last breath, the only thing that matters really is me. I absolutely adore and love my wife. She is awesome for me. I don't know, I can't explain it. If it doesn't work out and we grow apart, then we're both okay with that. It's okay. It just didn't work out, you know? Things don't always work out. They usually never do, you know? Try not to carry so much of this concern of how you think things should be. Leave that at the airport. It doesn't work over here. If you want to live here, be very flexible, learn the culture, try to speak the language as best as you can. If not, just smile. Don't be a dick. That's the worst people that I have to deal with are on my YouTube channel. And most of them are the ones that have been here 17 plus years, you know, because they're at a point where they've anchored down so much that they live in this bubble now, and everything outside of that bubble is stupid. So whatever you've done, they know it's not going to work because it didn't work for them. So what works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. So that's just the way it is. It's very unpredictable. So the worst characters I have are the ones that try to tell me they don't share their successes. They tell you your destiny. But ultimately, I don't really care what happens in the end. All I care about is that I'm happy. If I wake up one morning and go, oh crap, I'm gonna go back home and and travel around in a travel trailer again, then that's what I'm gonna do. I don't have anybody that's gonna tell me, you can't do that. You got this responsibility or that responsibility, and sorry. This just doesn't work for me anymore. I stopped working when I was 46 years old. I moved to Thailand when I was 47. I'm 51 today, so I'm not an expert at anything. I want to be the dumbfounded wanderer that just stumbles across whatever it comes to. That's how I want to live my life. And I don't want to give a crap about, am I going to make somebody upset on YouTube, or am I going to say the wrong things, or am I not wearing the right shirt? Because people that are offended by things, that their standards and their way of thinking and their expectations are different than mine. So if they have all these standards and they got to have this higher quality of life and higher standards, then good for them. I don't really care. So one way or the other, it's all about me. So anyway, guys, I hope you got some info. I just wanted to share to you why I think I'm successful in Thailand, why I think I can be successful in Thailand, and as long as I can keep my expectations low and just try to worry about being happy and going with the flow, I think I can be successful in life, because I might wake up on the wrong side of life tomorrow, you know. You never know what's going to happen. So today is what matters. Stay focused on what's in front of you. I'm not saying don't plan for the future, but don't miss out what's happening right now. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for listening to me blah, blah, blah. Khop kun nakap, chok di, lao jerkin my cop. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.